2025 is officially here, which means another year of new characters set to release in Dragon Ball Legends. As always, I'm going to be going over my 2025 Legends Limited / Ultra unit wishlist. Since it's basically impossible to predict what kind of format they're going to go with this year, I'll simply go based off the number of LF and Ultra units we got in 2024, which means 17 LF units and 6 Ultra units. So how about we start off with all the Legends Limited units of 2025. Now to start things off, I think it's only fair that we talk about Dragon Ball Daima, because I think it's going to be a huge focus into 2025, especially since it's currently running and the possibilities of there being a lot of LF worthy moments from the show. We already got LF Super Saiyan Goku from the Tamagami 3 fight, so that was already an LF, and we've already gotten some other moments that could be an LF. Obviously, if you haven't watched the episode, then you probably should skip out because there's going to be spoilers here, but I'm going to be considering 3 LFs from Daima. Now, there could be more and there could be less, but I think 3 is a good number. Honestly, I think there's probably going to be more than that, but for now, we're just going to have 3 as the options here. The 3 LFs I do think could show up is, one, of course, is going to be Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. This is probably one of the biggest moments Vegeta has had throughout the entire show, so this is going to be one of his biggest moments against Tamagami number 2. So this is easily going to be his LF moment here when he does the galley gun into the punch at the end, and the windscreen could be him like putting his hand over the opponent like he did against Tamagami number 2. Easily going to be an LF worthy moment there. But another option could be the tag Majin Buu and Do. Now, I don't know if they want to go with a tag version of this. They could be just a separate Majin Buu or Majin Buu, whatever, but I think it would make a lot of sense. Even though they didn't really fight together, they do have individual fights that they've shown, and they have the animations for it. Now, obviously, just like the Super Saiyan 1 Goku that we got Tamagami number 3 alongside him as a sparking unit. Well, this could be a similar situation where Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta drops alongside Tamagami number 2, and then a tag Ku and Do, or just Majin Buu or Majin Buu, whatever, could drop alongside a Tamagami number 1. And it worked perfectly fine right there. Now, outside of this, we don't really know what's going to happen in the show since nothing has happened after Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, right? So it's just going to be me thinking of what could potentially happen. So, for example, there could be Super Saiyan 3 Goku. For sure, he's going to be going Super Saiyan 3 in the show, whether it be against, Goma or whatever the case may be, against Majin Buu or whatever. He's going to go Super Saiyan 3 and it's going to happen, right? And that's probably going to be another LF-worthy moment for them to use. I don't think that's going to be just a regular sparking. They're going to keep the regular sparkings for units like, Glorio that they've done. Piccolo, maybe if he has fights. He has a couple of fights. Base form Vegeta. Those are the regular sparking units. These big forms are going to be reserved for LF units. So speaking of big forms, we already know that at a certain point, there's going to be a fusion. We don't know if it's going to be between Vegeta and Goku, or Goku with the Supreme Kai, or whatever the case may be. Goku with Glorio, maybe not. But there's going to be a fusion happening because they've hinted it with the bugs, right? Those fusing bugs, and you can fuse with up to 3 people. So there's definitely going to be a fusion, and it is going to become an LF unit down the line. Now, it could be potentially for the anniversary, but I think this fusion is probably going to happen before the anniversary. Like, I'm sure Daima is going to end before we reach the anniversary. I think many people have said it's going to be around like 20-ish episodes. There's no confirmation on this, but if it's around 25 episodes, it's going to end before the anniversary, and they're probably going to drop the unit as they release. If not, then maybe they could save it as a headliner for anniversary, but we don't know. I'm just spitting out the LFs I do think is going to happen, and the fusion between whatever characters that's going to happen is definitely going to be an LF down the line. Now, obviously, I can theorize a bunch more LFs from Daima because there's a lot you can theorize from, but we're going to stick with 3 LFs and we're going to move on to the next one, and it is going to be Fusion Zamasu or Merge Zamasu, the unit that everyone, myself included, has wanted for Legends Festival, but they decided not to and decided just to give us a Transforming Goku Black for whatever reason. But Merge Zamasu, please let it happen this year. It can be literally any type of Merge Zamasu. Let it obviously be an uncorrupted version, but it can be a Merge Zamasu revival into corrupted. It can be a tag Goku Black and Zamasu fusing with a Synchro Gauge into a Merge Zamasu, or it can just straight up be a regular Merge Zamasu. They can literally do whatever they want. Just please, we have asked for a Fusion Zamasu for so long, and there still hasn't been one. The only LF we have is the CMZ, the Corrupted Zamasu. The only sparking we have is the purple one we got during the 2nd anniversary. And obviously we have the free-to-play one, but we don't really give a fuck about that. But we need a new Fusion Zamasu. Future, despite getting buffed from part 1, it's not really in the greatest spot. Like, obviously you can run it, but I would much rather see a new fusion Zamasu to help the tag up a bit. Obviously, the best case scenario would be a synchro gauge because that would be obviously really cool, but if they want to go for a standalone one, maybe a comeback into the corrupted one, I'm completely fine with that. But I want to use him pre-corruption. I want to use him in his base form, in his regular form, without the purple gooey shit. I want to use him just in his base form, so that's what I want the most. Moving on, another option is definitely going to be Kefla. It's pretty crazy that we haven't gotten a new Kefla in so long. I think the last one is the red Kefla we got during the 3rd anniversary. We are reaching the 7th anniversary right now, which means it's almost going to be 4 years since we got one. Still don't have an LF Kefla. We don't have any like transforming Kefla. We don't have anything like that, right? Although we did get a free-to-play Kefla, but we don't really count that. Similar to Merge Zamasu, I wouldn't mind it being a regular Kefla or a fusing Kefla with the synchro gauge from Tag, Kale, and Caulifla, right? A Tag, Kale, and Caulifla is a unit that's definitely going to drop down the line, whether it be this year or next year. I do think with uni reps being down bad right now, they're going to see a lot of buffs this year. And there's still so many options that they can go with in uni reps. I'm going to list a couple other ones down the line, but there's still so much they can do from uni reps, from the Tournament of Power. So it's like, it just feels like a perfect option to drop leading up to the anniversary, because I do think during the anniversary we're going to be getting some uni reps buff. So leading up to the anniversary, they can drop some uni rep buffs. LF Kefla this year, make it happen. Sticking with uni reps, another option could be God of Destruction Topo. Similar to Kefla, it's pretty crazy that we only have this one God of Destruction Topo, the one that we got, I think it was prior to Legends Festival 2021. I could be wrong. I think, yeah, prior to Legends Festival 2021, the green sparking God of Destruction Topo. That's the only one we have. We still don't have another one. An LF one would be perfect. He still has one move that he used in the fight against Vegeta that we don't have represented, so that could easily be his LF animation. He can also be a transforming Topo into God Topo, whatever the case may be. Just drop a God Topo, give Unirep some more buffs, and hopefully this Topo actually cooks. Next up we have is a fusing Super Gogeta. Yes, we got the fusing mechanic back during the 6th anniversary for part 1, and we got Super Vegeta and Gogeta Blue. It's only fair to say we can get a fusing Super Gogeta. Now, I don't know if they want to do it for the 7th anniversary as a headliner once again. People would have thought that would be the case with a fusing Super Gogeta and a fusing Vegeta Blue, but then they ended up dropping a transforming Vegeta Blue for Legends Festival, so that's kind of weird. I really don't expect another fusing Vegeta Blue during the 4th or 7th anniversary. But if they do, I know a lot of people are going to be annoyed since this is literally like a Vegeta every 6 months, which, you know, even I get a bit tired of that. You know, I would summon for it, don't get me wrong, but I would rather give it to someone else because Vegeta has gotten quite a bit of shine these last couple of months, this last year. So fusing Vegeta Blue, I don't think it's going to happen this year, but if they want to go ahead. But fusing Super Gogeta is definitely one that I would like to see happen. Super Gogeta is obviously my favorite version of Gogeta, so having a fusion version of them would be pretty cool. It's kind of funny because Super Gogeta has so many units in this game, which is like, we have 2 sparking versions of him. We have a LF version from the Revival Pycon, and we have an Ultra version. So that's 4. We have 4 different Super Gogetas, and it's all the same animation, right? He only has one animation that they keep reusing. So for this fusing Super Gogeta, I would like them to do some original animations, and we don't always want to see the same thing, that Stardust Breaker into the punch to the face and then he turns into dust. Like, I would rather them do something different, like maybe like a Big Bang Kamehameha or something like that, or a Stardust Breaker Kamehameha, something cool, so we don't always see the copy paste in animation. Similar to what they did with Beast, where they gave him like a really nice looking ultimate, even though they still gave him the special beam cannon, a really nice Kamehameha ultimate with all the effects and the sound effect. That was really cool. So I would like to see them go more with some original animations, because they've proven that they can do some really nice animations with that. So fusing Super Gogeta, I do think is going to happen this year. It's just a matter of when. Next up, we have Buuhan, or I guess Ultimate Gohan Absorbed Majin Buu. It's crazy the amount of Majin Buu saga buffs we got last year. Like, it was literally half of the year, but not a single Majin Buu. Now, we did get the Sparking Evil Buu, which was a Sparking, but not a single LF Majin Buu. Like, that makes no sense. We got also the Sparking, like, Fat Buu and Hercules assist, so that's something, but no LF Buu. I don't understand how we haven't gotten a new Buuhan or a new Buu tanks, or even like some sort of transforming Majin Buu. Like, it's kind of crazy that we don't have that in the game. So I know a lot of people are not excited for Majin Buu saga buffs this year. I'm not excited either, but they kind of missed out on the window to drop this Buuhan. So I don't know if they want to drop him, but I would definitely like to see him, whether it be, you know, a Buu tanks transforming into Buuhan, or maybe the first ever multi-transforming unit. Because, you know, Majin Buu has definitely a lot of forms, so if he wants to go through all those forms, that would be kind of cool, but I don't know how they would do that. But I'm sure they can figure out something. But If not, then a simple Buu tanks to Buuhan or a standalone Buuhan would work perfectly fine. Just want to see some love for this form, especially since I would say it's the more popular form of Buu, because obviously he fought Super Vegeta and he got his ass beat, so that gave him a lot of fame, right? So would like to see some more love for this guy, so hopefully we see an LF of him down the line. Next on the list is Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Yes, Vegeta Super Saiyan 4. He could easily be an LF. The only one we have is the Sparking, and then the other one is the tag version with him and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's the only LF version of him. Now, obviously, there isn't really that much animations they can pull from him because his only fight was against Omega Shenron, and they've already used up everything. But similarly to all these units, that multiple units that have the same animations, they can give him a unique animation whatsoever. It's very easy to do that. I do think this year we're going to probably get like a monthly campaign for GT again, where they could drop Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and an Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That would be really cool. 2023 was supposed to be the year of GT, but we didn't get a single Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is kind of crazy to think about. So I do think this year we will get some sort of Super Saiyan 4 Goku Ultra, because we already have the LF, and with him, probably a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, either before or after him, right? So Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta definitely deserves an LF version, and GT definitely needs the love, because despite last year them having multiple units, after Gogeta and Omega Shenron, they just fell off a cliff and they never recovered. So hopefully they can see some love this year. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, I think, is a strong candidate to help them out. Next on the list is going to be Metal Cooler. Metal Cooler is a unit that I do think can easily get an LF this year. He's also an option for an Ultra, which I will talk about later, but for now we'll talk about the LF, and it's going to be Metal Cooler. Movies, they're going to get buffed regardless. Every year they're going to get buffed. We got them this year. It seems like we get a movies campaign like every year, so there's no surprise, no shock that there would probably be one this year too, and Metal Cooler would be a prime candidate for that campaign. They could drop an LF Metal Cooler here, and then I guess we'll add also another option, and it's going to be a tag Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. That is a tag unit that many people have asked for a long time, so I do think this also is a unit that would probably drop this year, with either with Metal Cooler or just without him. During the movie saga campaign, we got DBZ Broly, and then we got Tree of My Goku, so we did get 2 LFs from during that campaign. So it's still possible to get 2 LFs for a movie saga campaign, especially if it lasts for as long as it did last year, right? Movies, they have a lot of options they can go for. Metal Cooler is one of them. Tag Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta is another. And another one I want to add, I guess there's actually 2 more I want to add here, would be Bojack, because we haven't seen a single Bojack at all ever since, what, the 3rd anniversary, when we got Revival Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So that was unless we got a free-to-play one that I'm not remembering, but we don't care about free-to-play units, right? LF Bojack would make a lot of sense. Even as an Ultra would be kind of cool, similar to how Turles didn't get an LF, but he got an Ultra instead. So that would be kind of cool. What if they drop an LF Bojack and then drop an Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from that movie? That would be kind of crazy, but I wouldn't put it past them since we got literally 2 Ultra Gohans this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see like an LF Bojack and an Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. But LF Bojack definitely deserves one. Tag Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta definitely deserve one. And Metal Cooler. There's still so much they can do with these movies. It's kind of crazy. So just expect a movie saga campaign every year, whether it be a Z movie saga campaign or a Super one. Super, they would only take from, what, 2 movies? So there isn't much there. It's mainly going to be the Z movies. No doubt in my mind we're going to see more movies buffed this year, because honestly, like I made a video recently, they are the most glazed tag in this game. So expect a lot more movie buffs, so that's going to be that. I actually have a few more movies buffed that I've listed here. One of them is going to be the Family Kamehameha. Now, this is an LF, or a moment that I've wanted remastered or remade in this game forever, because the only one we have is the Goten. And as we all know, he has the worst LF animation in the game. So I need him to get the 2022 Namek Goku treatment, or is it 2023? Yeah, 2023 Namek Goku treatment, where they completely revamp the LF, make it completely beautiful, make, you know, Goku falling from the sky, doing the Kamehameha, doing all that stuff. And of course, we need to give it to a tag Gohan and Goten, right? It's not going to be just a single LF Goten. It's not going to be just a single LF Gohan. It's going to be a tag Gohan and Goten for sure. No doubt in my mind. That would make the perfect sense for them to remake this LF. I mentioned this in my previous 2024 Legends Limited unit, but we didn't get it in 2024. So in 2025, I really hope to see this, because it is a really cool moment. It's a really iconic moment where all 3 of them do the Kamehameha. So would love to see it get a remade animation, because I know if they remake this one, they are going to make it spectacular. They already dropped the ball for the first one. Granted, it was one of the first LFs in the game, so you can give it a pass. But if they remake it 7 years later, it is going to be insane, no doubt in my mind. And the last movie LF that I want to add, like I said, there's so much that can go from movie, is going to be a Super Saiyan Goku, either from the Broly movie 8, the first one, or from the Cooler movie, the first Cooler movie, where he goes, you know, Super Saiyan with the bird and all that stuff. People call him Bird Koof or whatever, even though he just revived a bird. Whatever. Either one of these movies would work. I think I would personally like the Broly movie one, just because that's one of my like one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z. It's literally the first Z movie that I have, so it holds a special place in my heart. So that Super Saiyan Goku would be cool, but don't get it wrong, the Super Saiyan Goku from the Cooler movie is absolute peak. That was one of the best moments for Super Saiyan Goku, the best looking Super Saiyan Goku ever, because it is reminiscent of the Namek saga. So that one is completely fine as well. Either one of them would work out, but I do think one of them is going to get an LF this year, because it's such an easy moment that they can make into an LF, and the fact that we don't have one yet is kind of mind-boggling, but, you know, better late than never, so this one is definitely going to happen this year. So that's going to be all the movies, Glaze. Let's talk about another one, and it's going to be Trunks. LF Trunks, yes. But which Trunks am I talking about? I'm sure you guys already know. Tank Top Trunks, the one that comes back to the future, destroys the androids with his black tank top. This Trunks needs representation in this game. This is easily one of the best Trunks we've had, or we've seen in the entire show, right? Some would argue it's his initial appearance when he came and sliced Frieza. I would agree that's one of his best moments, but for me personally, this look, everything about this Trunks is so cool. Came back, got revenge, destroyed these two androids. This is the perfect LF unit for Trunks. We've been asking for so long. They dropped the ball with the Zenkai Green Trunks, unfortunately. They gave some help for the Sword of Hope Trunks, who's actually pretty good now with his Platinum equipment, so they gave that. But we Trunks enjoyers need another dub, and this is the way to do it with this tank top Trunks here. I don't know how they want to incorporate this, whether it be through like an Android Saga campaign or a Cell Saga campaign. It could be a Cell Saga campaign with potentially an Ultra Cell, which I will talk about later. But that could actually, you know, thinking about it, that could actually work. Ultra Cell in this LF Trunks, that would be actually amazing. So this Trunks, I need to see it happen this year. It would be amazing. It would be crazy. And I'm sure a lot of people would love it. And for the final LF, I'm pretty sure I've done 17. If I've done more, then it is what it is. But for the final one, we're going to have Tag, Hit, and Super Saiyan God Goku. Now, like I said, there's going to be probably a lot of Uni Reps buff. I don't know how many, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be quite a few leading up to the anniversary. And this would be a really cool one, man. Hit and Super Saiyan God Goku. Not only is Hit like a character that many people love, but then Super Saiyan God Goku, a character that they kind of fumbled during the anniversary, so this is some way to kind of redeem himself. This would be actually kind of crazy. I would love, this is probably one of my most my most wanted unit, because it's so cool. One thing I want to say that I would absolutely love to see from this Goku here. I don't think they're going to do it. But if they do somehow do it, it will be crazy. During the anime, when this Super Saiyan Goku is fighting Dispo, he would basically fight in Super Saiyan God, but whenever he went on the offense, he would transform Super Saiyan Blue to maximize his power and keep his stamina, right? Just imagine that they're dropping this Goku, right? And he's in Super Saiyan God when he's not doing anything, but when he goes for a blast attack or a strike attack, he transforms Super Saiyan Blue, and then when he stops the combo, he reverts back to Super Saiyan God. That would be such a cool little touch. It's not really anything crazy, it's just an aesthetic thing, but it's those little things that they do that would make the unit look and feel a lot more premium. And that would be so amazing if they did. I don't, honestly, like I said, I don't think they would do it, because it's obviously it's like a quote-unquote waste of development time for something that wouldn't really have any effect. But it's just a little aesthetic thing. Unless they want to tie it with some effect, you know, whenever he transforms blue, he gets some damage buff or whatever. Unless they want to do that, but like, if not, then it's just simply an aesthetic thing, and I would absolutely love it if they did that. But if not, then I still want to see this Tag Hit in Super Saiyan God Goku. So now that we're done the LFs, let's move on to the Ultras. And the first Ultra I want to talk about is Cell. This is an Ultra that we 100% have to see this year. It's pretty crazy that we don't have him. He's one of the big three antagonists of Z. I mean, Vegeta obviously is an antagonist, but when you think of antagonist, you think of, you know, Frieza, Cell, and Buu, right? So he's one of the big three of antagonists that doesn't have his Ultra. You know, Frieza got Golden Frieza, although it is not from Z, it's still an Ultra. Kid Buu has Ultra Kid Buu, but we don't have Cell. So this is one that I have to see this year. Like I mentioned, it could be like a Cell Saga campaign where they drop this Ultra Cell and the LF Trunks that I was talking about. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Might as well Zenkai the future Gohan there while you're at it. Absolutely amazing. Or they can even, you know, do a remaster FSK. Who knows? But Ultra Cell has to happen this year. And if we don't see it this year, I honestly would be at a loss for words. I would be absolutely stunned. I would be shocked that we wouldn't get him. But I do think he's going to happen this year. Next on the list is going to be Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, like I mentioned for the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, this could be during a monthly campaign for the GT Saga where, you know, they drop a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Last year, they heavily focused on simply the villains. Obviously, we got a few hero units, protagonist units, you know, the Goku, we got, you know, G4, but we got every single villain from GT, right? We got Super 17, Baby, and Omega Shenron, so I think it's worth investing in more of the hero side, so like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku definitely deserves his Ultra. During a campaign alongside an LS Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, that would be absolutely amazing. But I do think this Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku is definitely due for him to release. I'm honestly shocked that he didn't release last year instead of G4. But if that anniversary pattern is true, then it makes sense for that G4 to drop during that time slot. So that's that. And it would have been almost no sense for him to drop as the Festival Ultra because it would just feel like a downgrade from the anniversary, right? So Super Saiyan 4 Goku definitely do think he's gonna drop. It's not gonna be during a festival, I don't think, festival or anniversary, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be during a regular month or a campaign of some sorts. Maybe Saiyan Day or whatever the case may be, but I do think he's going to drop this year. Next on the list is going to be DBS Broly. He is literally, Ultra DBS Broly is literally the last remaining, I guess, premium Broly unit we need, because we have Ultra DBZ Broly, we got the LF DBZ Broly last year, we got LF DBS Broly, so all we have left is the Ultra DBS Broly. This also is a unit that I don't think is going to drop during the festival or anniversary. Potentially could be festival, but I don't know if he's hype enough. And if we get this Ultra, then I would love to see Zenkai Gogeta Blue, you know what I'm saying? But at this point, I don't even know if it's ever going to drop. But DBS Broly, nothing really else to say about him. This is a unit that's definitely going to happen at some point. I think Broly is fairly hype enough. I think mainly it's Z Broly that's hype, but DBS Broly, come on. Like, he's part of the greatest Dragon Ball movie of all time. Dragon Ball Super Broly, so his animations are going to be crazy. I mean, he's definitely hype enough, right? Like, Dokkan had him as a 9th anniversary headliner, although he was dropped alongside Gogeta Blue. He's still a hype enough release for them to make an Ultra. Don't think he's going to be enough for anniversary or festival since they only dropped one Ultra during those celebrations, but as a monthly celebration, LF or Ultra, it will work out pretty well. Next on the list is going to be Ultra Cooler. Now, Cooler, like I mentioned before, we are probably going to get another movie saga campaign down the line this year, and with all the LFs I mentioned, you can easily slip in an Ultra Cooler there. I think Cooler definitely deserves his Ultra. I honestly thought that it was possible for him to get an Ultra during last year's Z movie campaign, but instead we got Turles. If Turles can get an Ultra, Cooler can easily get one, okay? It's no doubt in my mind. And he will easily drop alongside one of these LF that I mentioned, right? Either, probably not Metal Cooler, but like, you know, if we get a Super Saiyan Goku from the Cooler movie, then they easily just drop an Ultra Cooler. It's literally perfect. We got Trio Mind LF Goku, and we got Ultra Turles. So if we get LF Super Saiyan Goku from the Cooler movie, we get Ultra Cooler. Perfect sense. They should just put me on the team. I can perfectly make all the decisions for them, and it would be amazing. But Ultra Cooler, again, similar to Broly, nothing much to say. This is a unit that deserves his Ultra. Lineage of Evil could use the buff. Ever since Golden Frieza kind of slowly fell off, they haven't been seen anywhere, so Cooler could be a good way to sort of bring them back. Now, the second to last Ultra I want to mention is going to be Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta. Now, prior to Majin Vegeta releasing, it was really much a toss-up between either this guy or Majin Vegeta being the Ultra, the first ever Ultra Vegeta, minus the free-to-play one. Now, Majin Vegeta was probably the clear-cut favorite. Like, it's not even close in my opinion. Majin Vegeta shits on Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. But if they weren't going to go for a Majin Vegeta Ultra, then Super Saiyan Blue Evolved was the next best thing. And since we already got Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, I feel like, is the next step for Vegeta to get as an Ultra. Obviously, there's no point in talking about like Ultra Ego and stuff like that because that is a manga exclusive, and we obviously don't see any manga content in this game, so Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta is the next best thing. I really don't think there's any other options for Vegeta as an Ultra. Maybe like a Scouter Vegeta, not a Scouter, maybe like a Saiyan Saga Vegeta could be an Ultra since we already got like 2 LFs from him. So him as an Ultra would make a lot of sense. But I think Evolved Vegeta would be a lot better hype-wise, I think. And like I mentioned, he could be an Ultra for one of these Uni-Reps campaign we might get during the year, because I do think Uni-Reps, like I mentioned, needs the buff. and they are probably going to be getting a lot of buffs this year. So Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is going to be our second to last Ultra. Let's move on to the final Ultra, the best one, and it's going to be Ultra Instinct Goku. This is going to be easily the most hype unit drop this year. This, by the way, there's no doubt, this is 100% going to happen. You want the evidence? Let me lay it out for you. First anniversary, we got Super Vegito headlining. Second anniversary, we got Vegito Blue headlining. Third anniversary, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta headlining. Fourth anniversary, we got MUI Goku headlining. You guys see the pattern? Fourth anniversary, we got Ultra Super Vegito. Fifth anniversary, we got Ultra Vegito Blue. Sixth anniversary, we got Ultra G4. And guess who's next? Ultra MUI Goku. It makes perfect sense. I think at this point, this is a pattern that is well established. It was kind of confirmed, in my opinion, with G4. With VB, it wasn't like 100% confirmed because they were just going to go back and forth with Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue, Vegito, and Gogeta. So it wasn't really confirmation. But I think with G4, I think it makes a lot of sense. No, it's like no doubt in my mind. I don't think there's any doubt in anyone's mind that MUI Goku is going to be the 7th anniversary Ultra unit. Now, they could obviously just bamboozle us and drop someone else, but I don't think that's going to happen at all. This is obviously going to be the most hype release of this year. I don't think anything's going to top it. MUI Goku, I feel like, is on a tier of his own alongside all the fusions. MUI Goku, in my opinion, is more hyped than units like Beast Gohan. The big three in hype for these games is Super Vegito, Gogeta Blue, and MUI Goku. That, in my opinion, those are the top three. You could potentially slide in G4, but for me personally, he's not there. For others, he could be there, but for me, he's not there. He's just that guy. He's just that guy, and he's gonna happen for the 7th anniversary. They've already said that the 7th anniversary is going to blow everything out of the water. It's gonna be the biggest celebration ever. They're focusing a lot of manpower on the celebration to make it as big as possible, and there's really no other unit you want to see as your Part 3 Ultra than Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. But that's gonna be it for this list. Definitely let me know what unit you want the most going into this year, whether it be an LF or an Ultra or even just a regular Sparking. Let me know what you guys want the most in the comment section below. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. 2024 wasn't the greatest year for Legends, but let's hope 2025 is absolutely amazing.